All right. So I've been wanting to talk to you all about some of the things I've been reading on Facebook and social media among the homeschool groups. And we're in summertime. Now we're starting to plan for next year. But right around spring, we start this flurry. And then right around the beginning of fall, we start getting scared. Are we going to be enough? Am I requiring enough? The chores that I ask my child to do, are they too much? Am I piling too much on my child? Am I not piling enough? Is my expectations too low? Where should my third, fourth, fifth grader be? Let's talk a moment about grades and grade levels. Homeschool mom, grade levels are a man-made construct. We took a norm of a bunch of children and we evaluated them across the board and we found middle ground. And then we decided that, in my daughter is starting 8th grade, she should be in pre-algebra, algebra. But what if she's not? What if she is in calculus? Or what if she's still having trouble with multiplications? Is she behind? Well, that all depends on what you, the homeschooling parent, think. So I wanted to take a moment to think about how we view homeschooling. And this has been like this entire summer for me because, you see, my youngest daughter, who is arguably, she is academically high functioning. I mean, she is a smart cookie. But here's the thing. She was diagnosed with lupus this year. She requires a lot of sleep, a lot of rest. There's a lot of doctor's appointments that go along with all that. So we've had to reevaluate exactly what we are doing with academics, what we're doing in home life, how we approach even social activities, because depending on what's going on with her, social activities are too much. And it's been really hard. I mean, this has really been difficult because here we are. She's a social butterfly, so she hates it. And I was very involved with all kinds of things. So I've had to scale back. So here we go, Mom. Or Dad, whoever's the main homeschooler here. Let's think about homeschooling in terms of a race. You're not sprinting. This is not something that you're running to the finish and you just push hard. This is something where you're going to have to learn how to pace yourself. It's a marathon. You're going and you have this baton and you're carrying the baton. You're taking it to the next person or situation. I mean, that very well could be your own child. You're passing the baton on to them so they can carry it on. What you are formatting is not academic skills. What you're doing is much more important than that. What you are doing is shaping the next generation. This is where the public schools have lost it. I mean, they can't be shaping the next generation, although they are. But that's not the vision. See, that's a parent's vision. You, the parent, you're shaping the future. What kind of person do you want your child to be? Do you simply want them to be someone who can get an A? Or do you want them to be the parent that you wanted to be? the parent that will be your grandchild's parent, the person who will be shaping the future leaders of our neighborhoods, our towns, our government. So as we are shaping the future, and you're struggling with this child with academics of some sort, and you feel yourself and you're tempted to think you're getting behind, take a moment and breathe. Feel it. Release that pressure. Let it go. Because it is not to get to the next level that your goal is. It's to master the level you're at. So stop thinking about those man-made constructs, because they're man-made. They're not your child. Your child either is going to zoom ahead or they're going to lag behind, because maybe they have some catching up to do in some area. Take a moment, take some time. It might take a year, okay, to go ahead and say, okay, well, where are we struggling with multiplications? Where's that academic hole? And then also know that we are not strong in all areas. There's areas of weakness in all of us. I mean, I practically break out in hives thinking about math. But hey, I mean, I'm right there with English. I can write papers. I'm good there. So your child's going to be the same way. Where are you struggling? Think about that. Where are your strengths? Think about that. Is there someone who can help you, come alongside you in the areas where you're weak? I mean, I have my beautiful, wonderful, gorgeous man husband who is fantastic with math. And he has taken my mathematical child and he took over that. And I'm so grateful, because it's off of me. And I can work on science with her, because I love science and dissecting and all things gross and gooey. I just get shivers thinking about it. But these are the things, and these are where other homeschool co-ops could help you. These are where maybe another homeschool kid can come alongside that or your spouse or an aunt, uncle, cousin of some sort. Someone who can say, hey, I can help. Maybe you need someone professional. I mean, you do what you got to do. But also remember, this is not something that you have to stress so much over. I mean, seek out the help you need. Absolutely. Don't say, oh, I'm not going to worry about it at all. But I'm saying, don't beat yourself up. Remember, there was a point where we just stopped all curriculum. Stop. Because my middle child needed to learn how to read. It was before we knew she had dyslexia. But all of that. But we stopped it so we could focus. Now, thankfully, I was in North Carolina and not in Pennsylvania. But understand that there's ways to write this out. There's ways to cover yourself academically and to address it without actually going into any kind of special documentation. Talk to your evaluator if you're in Pennsylvania or some other state that is high in regulation. And just remember, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Blessings.